Hello and welcome or welcome back to your new happy place. I'd like to say thank you for the likes and subscribes and the shares. I really do appreciate the appreciation. So today's reading is, it was going to be a surprise mystery message, but when I got to putting the cards out, um, I was told to only pull one room. That this message is, it's calling all caterpillars. Okay, calling all caterpillars. There's nothing in a caterpillar that tells you it's going to be a butterfly. So that is where this is coming from today. The rune we have is mana, is that what it's called? And it is humanity, number 20. So also that, and the bottom underlying message here is the medallion. So we have humanity and the medallion. That's going to be today's message. Calling all caterpillars. And it looks like this is going to be all about our own individual, um, our own humanity. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I love a big perspective. So we have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. And I haven't seen any of the cards. I'm excited. Let's do this. Thank you. See you at your reading. Hi there, pile number 1. If you chose the first pile, we're going to go ahead and get started. Again, as far as I know, this is just, not just. We're going on calling all caterpillars, and this doesn't take away from any one that considers themselves a butterfly, and, I'm lumping myself in here too. We are all collective, in progressive stages of evolution, right? So, again, calling all caterpillars, we are working with the rune of manas, which means humanity, in the realm of interrelational relationships, how we interact with each other, cooperation, collaboration, a collective mindset. So, I'm excited, right? Okay, so we have the Sea Star as our first oracle card. It's one of my favorite cards that I have. I want to do archetypes last. From the Queen of the Moon, fear. Try not to get you some glare. Fear. Okay. The Giveaway from the Mystical Shaman. Number 23. This is a timeless reading, but today is May 23rd. It's full moon today. Full moon in Sagittarius. Wow. I think this one is 21. Hang on, I'm going to nerd out for a second. This is even better, number 11. This card is really hard to see. Number 11. Okay, so we got 23 and 11. Illumination and joy. Cool. I'm excited. Sea Star for sure. Giveaway. Whew. Wow. Bastet of 174 hertz. Bastet is here. I love this card. Whew. I just felt an energy come over. And she is number 13. Wow. Okay. And look at that, North. Huh. This is North Star. This is our, meow. This is our mascot. And again, her name is North Star. She's a saber-toothed tiger key. I feel like that was important. Okay, so we, as the South, pile 1, are showing up as the healer. Okay. Okay. And where's the healer going? The fault line. That makes sense, huh? The healer walks into a fault line. That doesn't sound like walking into fear with a sea star in mind and a giveaway in hand. Okay, so what do we have in hand as our tool? Oh, wow. The prayer in hand. Look down. In hand. Wow. And the why. The castle. Castle. That feels so all-encompassingly beautiful. It's very sea star. It's very humanity medallion in our hands. I love this. Wow. Okay, so the healer walks in to the fault line in regards to humanity's aspect of the castle with the prayer in hand. And Bastet, if I'm not mistaken, is all about protection and personal power. We may have to look. My intention with this particular reading was to do it for the majority. I mean, I know the majority of my cards, so really to do it more intuitive than to be, reading from the book per se. So, and she is every bit of sovereign as far as personal power. And again, we're referencing ourselves here as the healer. And this being a worthy cause, because again, it's in regards to humanity with the medallion showing the giveaway. The sea star is all about the progression of a spiral. And, that is all about, personal trajectory. So let's see here, because, I can do that all day, so. Let's see what the cards have to say. Let's get a little deeper. The situation, the star. Wow. We have the star. Okay. The realm of the fault line with the prayer in the hand because of the castle. The self-spirit. The Two of Swords. Wow. In that realm where anything is possible. The Two of Swords is very neutral with yellow shoes on. She's very aware that, her willpower will determine the next moment. She has prayer in hand. She has prayer in hand. And the star is the situation. Wow. Wow. Okay, what is the foundation, please? Seven of Cups. Okay. Which could be the fault line, the prayer, fear, the giveaway. All the multitude of ways we can look at things or feel about things. This feels so feels beautiful. I know that is a very wide, generic word right now, but can we see the self in the past, please, in regards to this message? The Six of Swords. Okay, coming to a new understanding of the fault line of prayer. Prayer as being real and something that is always in play. And as far as the energy difference goes, this giveaway is very much in receipt of energy and the giving away of it, the beautiful flow. Whereas this fear card, has this energy, this golden energy within this I am. But also, in the mire of, effery all around them. So it's like how you perceive that energy and what you do with it is what's important here. Because you're showing up as the Two of Swords, which is in the dark, crescent moon, and then the star is the situation. So this is all about the receipt of that flow and what we do with it. Because this is neutral. Like I said before, okay. So this Six of Swords here, and the Seven of Cups being the foundation. This is the self becoming aware that there is even a castle, that there is personal power, that it is in their hands to choose, and that perspective is the healer, and that this is the fault line, not fault line. That place that is in your hands. Again with this prayer. Okay, let me keep going because that's wide open. Breathe. Okay, Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles for this is the surrounding environment. The castle. The castle. The sea star. What you're building. What you're building, because this moment, again, this neutral moment of I have all the power in the world is going to go one way or the other. How's that go? Which wolf are you feeding? Yeah. You can't have love and fear at the same time. They can't exist in the same place at the same moment. And again, we are being represented as the healer, able, going into this fault line with the prayer in hand. Because it is our perspective. And it is what we grow, generational legacy-wise. Like, what we do with our energy is absolutely manas. Okay? And that's not a new message. I think this here is really about how clean of a delivery we do have, and it's really in our hands to see it. Okay, so the self in the past. I'm sorry, present. Okay, so that's exactly the case, because we have the Ace of Swords here as the self in the present. In hand of the truth. That prayer in hand. That it's absolutely ours what we do with the information that we have. Okay. Magic. How does the star possibly play out here? Oh my gosh. Temperance. Beautiful. Number 14 herself. Temperance. Which is essentially a human with star in hand, right? Always the prayer in hand. Always, that healer in action, the transmuter of the moment that you're in, the alchemist for sure. Seeing that every thought, everything is a prayer. Which, you've heard me say before, can be dangerous. Prayer is real. Prayer is real. So, Let's see the self in the future. Ha! Prayer is real. The fault line. Wow. Well, the situation changes to heal. Surrender. That in between. Fear and the giveaway. Do I take my power or don't I? Because you already got the sword in hand. We've already got the sword in hand. Okay, and again, this is in regards to, our how we relate with humanity in general and what we find valuable, as the medallion here. Let me see. The castle. That's really over other people's swords. This is a powerful place to be. That is a super powerful surrender right there. That is eliminating fear. That's no longer will I progress. No longer will I give any credence to anything that doesn't feel true to me. That feels like an absolute release. No more fault line. Absolute castle. Decision made. Good. Let's see the center. Yeah. Okay. Decision made. 9 of Pentacles. Absolutely. The healer and the giveaway. Sea Star all the way. That's her castle. Most definitely. That's like Bastet in I am form. Heck yeah. For sure. Absolute center of her own world right there. Aware that her prayer is in her hand and that she's creating with it every day. I like that. Okay. What is the cross here? What is, why is this message coming up as unnecessary to go into the fall line? I mean, absolutely. Wow. Judgment. Absolutely. Because it's necessary. And we are coming up as the healer. The prayer is in hand. This is your castle. This is yours. Receive it and give it away. Again, the only difference between is perspective. You don't ever have to be afraid of anything. Not ever. And I want to say a bunch of stuff to tell you how, but I can tell you that it is as easy as a shift of a moment of perspective. And prayer is real. And you have absolute support. Absolute support. What is the hope here? What is the hope here, Spirit, for this particular group in regards to humanity and self-worth? Yes, the higher cup. The higher quest. The quest for self-satisfaction. Enough fault line. I'm going to find my castle. I'm being led this way, so I'm going to go. I know what's in those cups. And that's cool because the 7 of Cups is the foundation. It's like, okay, I know what's in all those cups. I'm seeking the higher cup now. Because I know there's more. I know there's more. And nothing else will do. I'm going towards my castle. Going towards my castle. Got all this love, I gotta give it away. That just reminded me, I call myself a hot air salesman. It's priceless. I gotta give it away. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so the fear, please. What are we afraid of? If the hope is definitely going towards that call, and that's funny, Because there was nothing to write or anything. It was just calling all caterpillars. And we have judgment. We have judgment. And the I am going towards it. This is beautiful. Calling all caterpillars. What's the fear? That's funny, I just got it. Calling all caterpillars. Even the sea star looks like a cocoon. I love this. What's the fear, please? There it is. What is it? Wheel of Fortune. Mmm. The turn of that. Ah, that's it. I'm kidding. Destiny. Well, surrendering is kind of a big deal. You know, being a caterpillar. What do I have here? There's nothing in a caterpillar that tells you it's going to be a butterfly. So yeah, I imagine the caterpillar going into the cocoon has no idea that it's about to dissolve almost all the way and transform into something totally different. And it's going to be able to fly and everything else. Wow. I just felt like a little kid trying to describe that. But yeah, so the Wheel of Fortune has the fear. It's almost like the turn of that wheel is so literally in your hands. Like it could be castle, it could be fear or love, it's so in your hands. Wow. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. See love, don't see fear. And you know what? What was that? It was right there. It wasn't don't see fear because that sounds so silly. It was brilliant. Hang on. I hope it comes back to me 'cause it's good. How does the Wheel of Fortune play out, please? Well, it's coming back. You don't. How does the Wheel of Fortune play out? The Hanged Man. Okay, going with it. Going with it. Absolute, because you are enlightened at this point. I mean, not yeah. If you ain't yet, you're seeing it play out because there's definitely surrender here. There's definitely messages. There's definitely a calling. You're definitely being referred to as the healer with the giveaway in hand. Progression of that as the aspiration. Wow, a worthy cause, most definitely. And you've got so many majors here. Like this is not a light thing, but it is so very simple and beautiful. With a prayer in hand. Oh wow. Okay, advice, please. Give me some words, Spirit. Give me some words. This is so beautiful. The advice. Justice. Another number 11. Another number 11. Exactly. There's your sword. And the outcome. The Empress. Ah, nice. Nice. Very. What a beautiful outcome. Huh. It's like, oh my gosh. And the sun on the bottom. So you've got the star, the sun, judgment, Wheel of Fortune, Hanged Man, justice. Prayer in hand, and Bastet here for you. Hold on, let me lay this down because I feel like as if I want you to see the sun too. Can you see this? Wow. You know, the Nine of Pentacles here in the center as the catalyst, or as the bridge, the event, the thing that brings us all into perspective, is very humanity and the medallion. You know, it's so about self-worth and recognizing ourselves, and that particular perspective is so in our hand. You know, we can have the castle, um, or a fault line, right? It's all that is always so precious, and it's so in our hands. And I think what we're looking at here is that fault line is not going to be tolerable once you become aware, if you haven't already, to the degree that you either, you know, it's one or the other in any moment that you're in, right? This love flowing to you, you can have it come through, you know, to you and through you and grow in that particular way, you know. Your energy transforms lives, you know. Hopefully it's a positive, optimistic, progressive one, right? Because we're making ripple effects everywhere we go, whether we are paying attention or not. You know, and again, on the other hand, there's fear. There's always that choice. That beautiful, beautiful, beautiful choice. The real power is choice. And you know, your seashell is going to grow. Um, you know, your water is going to form into beautiful water crystals, or it's going to form into misshapen, distorted crystals. And look into the water experiment if you're not familiar. I have many, many water experiments at this point. Look at how sound and energy changes water. And, you know, the prayer in hand is exactly that. You have a beautiful energy. And I think that you're being called to see exactly that. I do believe it's going to come into fruition. I mean, if it's not already, there's a beautiful place here where you're realizing that prayer is in your hand. Either you have or you are creating a castle, and the fault line is so very obvious to you, right? That's what I was saying. It's not going to be tolerable because you're going to be able to see that it's in your hands. That is a true healer right there. Healing that fault line in the moment you're in, because you know that we never die, love never ends, prayer is real, and faith is power. I love that. I love that. The Fool. Trust. Thank you. We just got a honk. That's your reading pile number one. I'm loving these. Calling all caterpillars. It looks like you are going to be a fantastic butterfly. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to read for you. If you haven't, please do consider liking and subscribing. And thank you to those that have. Till next time. Peace. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome. Welcome back to your new happy place. This is going to be your reading in regards to calling all caterpillars. So what I have written here is there's nothing in a caterpillar that tells you it's going to be a butterfly. I was directed to have one rune for all of these readings, and it just happened to be Manas, which is number 20, and it refers to humanity. The interpersonal relationship aspect of humanity, you know, the collective, the community, cooperation, collaboration, etc. So pretty big message. And the underlying here is the medallion. I haven't seen any of these cards, so I am pretty excited about this. Here we go. And this is a timeless reading, but for some reason I'm feeling called to tell you. This is on May 23rd, the full moon in Sagittarius, May 23rd, 2024. So there's a lot of energy in the air right now. Here we go. First card out, smile. Interesting, huh? Okay. looks like a beautiful ripple effect in the mix right there. I'm going to read your archetypes last. Oh, wow. The worm moon. The full moon of faith, number 31. Very Empress, huh? Faith. So far we have smile and faith. I love that. Okay. Mystical shaman, we have the tree of life. Wow. The tree of life. This is number 58. Wow. Okay. For the white light oracle, we have the sun of 417 hertz. And she is number 16. The sun. All about becoming self-luminous, radiant beings. Almost like a rebirth of self. Okay? Archetypes. I love this message so far. The king. Okay. Talk about a rebirth of self. Alright. The self as the king goes into the realm of the warrior. Look at that big old third eye and the serpent all around and the maturity of that rainbow perspective. Wow. The king walks into the aspect of the warrior in regards to humanity. Wow. With what in our hands? Aletheia. The truth. The truth. And balanced truth. Wow. Talk about the tree of life. And why? I love it. The self. Literally the self. Oh my goodness gracious. I am so in love right now. Uh-huh. Okay. So the self is the king. And again, this is in regards to humanity and what we hold high, the medallion. Have faith and smile, the tree of life, the sun. The king walks into the realm of the warrior with the truth in its hand because of the self, the evolution of the self, the eternal prism of the soul. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh my gosh, gorgeous. Gorgeous. We have, at this moment, death and transformation, or death and justice on the split. This is going to be a good one. Ace of Cups and Justice on the next. I love it. Thank you for showing up, Spirit. Justice in the world. You know, I could do that all day. Justice in the Three of Pentacles. All about collaboration. Okay. And seeing our own value in the moment that we're in. Absolutely. Sacred mission of optimism and faith. Smile. The tree of life. Knowing that the power is in your hands and it's all in your perspective. That is so awesome. Awesome. You're number 2, fellow. Let's see. Wow. Whew. Okay. The king walks into the warrior. The truth in our hands. Because of their own personal tree of life. The only real important aspect is the self. Evolving. That is huge. Wowzer. Pardon me, let me get back in my chair. Wow. Whew. I need to take a sip here. Ah, that's funny. That little bit of breath that I just made just knocked. You know, the wind is really coming into play today. How delicate our perspective is. You know, for two of your oracles to be just beautiful, just words. Faith and the smile. It's just like everything is okay. The truth wins in the end. All right. The situation, please. The wind. The Knight of Swords is the situation. Absolutely king running into the warrior aspect with the truth in their hand for the self. That is absolutely our own heroic self, our own tree of life, our own self-luminous being. The absolute reason to quest. You know, that is the knight in shining armor when it comes to ourself. Truth in hand. I love that. What is the self? Knowing it. Faith. Smile. That looks very similar to that smile card with the beaver holding on to his little cap. That's their tree of life. That's the self. Okay. All right. And what's the foundation here, Spirit? Aye, the power. Absolutely. The truth in hand. And the realm of the rainbow perspective. You know, in the realm of being able to see everything from every perspective, the truth will be available to you. Okay. Let's see, where self in the past. Six of Pentacles. Okay. Aware. That's the only word I can come with right now. Aware. What it surrounding environment. Okay. The Fool. The Fool. Aware. Now aware makes sense. Because we've got the Tower as a situation and the Fool as a surrounding environment in regards to the Four of Pentacles as the self. And you know, again, with the truth in hand, the Six of Pentacles is holding the scales of justice because they are aware of the reciprocal nature of the universe, right? They only give what they're willing to give. Okay. And trust that the universe, you know, is always taking care of them. That's where they can stand as the king in the realm of the warrior, knowing that Alethea is in your hand. Wow. That is real empowerment right there. You know, trusting the universe to always show up for itself. That is the real medallion. Um, we are in these bodies on purpose to become self-radiant, luminous beings. Yeah. Self in the present. Becoming aware of that. Look at that. Nine of Swords in reverse. As a self in the present. Definitely Aletheia in hand in regards to the self. Seeing where our thoughts projected are going. I mean, again, absolute balance in the awareness of the nature of how things were. How the truth. I want to shuffle. How does the Knight of Swords play out, please? How does the Knight of Swords play out? The Ten of Wands. So you go from warrior mode to knowing mode. Going into the realm of the warrior with the truth in your hand because of the self, you do come out the other side as a self, very aware of your influence on the moment that you're in. Know thyself is what I just heard. Know thyself. Okay. And what is the self in the future if Nine of Swords in reverse is where we're at now? Because that's fantastic. That is definitely faith. Nine of Swords in reverse is faith. Also aware that their thoughts are things. The Eight of Pentacles is the self in the future. That's perfect. Self-mastery, right? Very, very the king in regards to the self. And the Tree of Life. Faith. Becoming a self-luminous being. Good. It's worth it. Self-worth. That aspect of, perfecting your own unique whatever it is. Because it is yours. That's beautiful. Hold yourself high. Apparently that is exactly what is being called for right now. This is the center, holding yourself high, cherishing that cup that she's holding in her hand is herself. Is that faith, is that smile, is that knowing that it's always that it's always for you. Even if you can't see it at the moment, it is so in your hands. Now this is because of the self. That is faith in her hands, and cherishing humanity, comes from a place of truly being able to feel your feelings. Again, coming with the Tower as the foundation and this full aspect in the surrounding. And it is, again, like we're on a quest to prove our own self-worth to ourselves. But it's like we are doing that, which is we have radical self-acceptance right here. But on the other side of it, it's like the truth is, it's all for you. So smile, and have faith. And I love that came up in the center because that is all about, cherishing your contribution to your life, your value that you hold in your heart, is where everything else stems from. You know, where that pearl is right there in the center. Everything stems from that eternal value, eternal value, that immovable place within that is always precious. That is the king. You know, that is that gem in your hand. I don't know if I just made sense at all, but the cross, other people, humanity. Okay, sharing that. Sharing. Okay, the Three of Pentacles is the cross. It's the truth in him. This whole being about humanity and self-worth, you know, and it's okay if nobody else sees it. Really, we have to recognize ourselves before we can even begin to, one, collaborate with anybody else, or two, expect anybody else to have the value that we don't take the time to see as inherent within ourselves. Does that make sense? It's like we're always in transition. We're always in process, every single one of us. And in the moment we're in, if we are not in that place where we see some value in ourselves, but we're attempting to, you know, have another see the value in us, it's, you know, we that's, you know, we put ourselves at a disservice at that place, at that point. You know, and that moment is the moment to smile and let it go, because it is. Uh, I just lost it. Because it is your moment. It is precious. It is exactly as it's supposed to be. And, you know, when we start to question our own contribution, our own value in the moment we're in is, you know, that's absolute. Don't do that. Don't do that. This is our hope. Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is the hope. Smiling is worth it. You know, Four of Cups is like, in regards to this Queen of Cups being in the center, the Four of Cups here, it makes me feel like that you're going to always have that cup available to you, if that makes sense. It's like it's always going to be, like, faith is power. And you will always have that voice. You will always have that, your soul, yourself. You will always have that. This is the best bet you can ever make, is investing in yourself, becoming a you know, radiant, luminous, self full being, you know? So that Four of Cups is very much, you're always going to have that cup available to you. You know, that Holy Grail is always going to be available. The universe supports you seeing yourself as valuable to this world. You know, every single one of our perspectives is unique. That's why we get to walk around as a king in our own selves, because we are the only one that can be us. So when you go as a king into the realm of the warrior with the truth in your hand, because of yourself, I mean, there's no loss there. That is your particular tree of life. That's your ripple effect. That's why you can smile and have faith that you're exactly where you're supposed to be, and you are exactly who you're supposed to be. Because, you know, again, this moment in time right now, you are where you are, the person that you are, in amongst the moment that you're in, for a reason, right? Okay. Fear, please. What is the fear? What is the fear in regards to this realm of the self with Alephine in the hand? And why are we seeing it as the realm of the warrior? Okay, we've got the world that evolves to a star. So you've got the world as the fear, and the star is how that evolves. Let me think about that for a second. Being seen as a true self. Again, this is for the self. And it evolves as being seen. Being beautifully seen. Going from the world to the star. I don't think you're going to be able to avoid it. You always have that cup available to you. Don't, not don't, but don't fear the world. Don't fear the wisdom. Don't fear being seen. Aletheia is the real deal. And if you're going to be seen, then there's a reason for it. It's because you are a radiant being, and it is part of your path for that to be the case. Because this is about collaboration. This is about humanity. This is about self-worth. This is about what we hold high. And it is the self. Okay. What is the advice here, please? It's just one. One for the advice, please. Just one, please. Okay. One for advice, please, in regards to this Aletheia in hand and the Tree of Life and humanity. Calling all caterpillars. Whoa. And a handful. It's like my cards are really trying to pick a card here. Thank you. What is the advice? All right. Wow. There's that cup. There's that cup. The Ace of Cups. Okay, thank you. No wonder you took your time. Okay, so again, on the bottom, Ace of Cups. And we've got the Sun as advice. Beautiful. The Sun is advice. And I feel drawn to point out that red feather in that self's cap. I don't know why, but I do. The Sun. The Sun as advice. That is the eternal child. Faith, smile, the king, sun in hand. In the aspect of the self. Knowing that cup is theirs. This is the outcome. The Four of Wands. Absolutely. Appreciation. Illumination. Being the sun and knowing it. That's absolutely the self in full perspective. That is their tree of life. Their world exactly as they see it. And knowing that it's true because they see it that way. That they would not be, seen as themselves unless they claimed it. That is a self-radiant, luminous being right there. Absolutely. Wow. You're going to be the star. And amongst people. And you're going to be okay with it. And it's going to be because, of, it's going to be because of love. And I'm not meaning love from the external. I'm meaning eternal self-love. The king in the realm of the warrior with the truth, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful truth in hand because of the radiant, eternal aspect of the self. Talk about tree of life. You know, again, have faith, smile. You are exactly who you are for a very, very, very special reason. Don't stop, right? Calling all caterpillars for sure. You're going to be a beautiful butterfly. Until next time, peace. Well, hello there, Pile 3. Welcome or welcome back to your new happy place. This is again going to be a reading about calling all caterpillars. We do have the rune of manas starting out here, which, excuse me, means humanity, as well as our underlying message here with the medallion. I do want to tell you that I just noticed pile 3 starts at 55 minutes and 55 seconds. So, yeah, that's going to mean something to somebody. All right, so we have sparkling synchronicity. Go figure. I love it. This is a timeless reading, but it is being read on May 23rd, 2024, which is a full moon in Sagittarius. Very, very expansive full moon. I believe this is going to be a spectacular reading. Sparkling synchronicity. I'm going to read your archetypes last. All right, so Queen of the Moon Oracle. We have nourishment. Nourishment, and that is number 7. Looks a lot like sparkling synchronicity, doesn't it? Okay. For mystical shaman, the Andean cross. Very much about the realm of the shaman there. All about perspective. Wow. And the aspect of the universe nourishing you. Interesting. All right. And our white light oracle. Haha. The sacrament of extreme unction. All about being born again. Like the freeing your spirit to be who you want it to be. What number is this? Number 34. Wow. Okay. And your archetypes. Wow. I knew this was going to be a big one. Gnosis. Am I holding that upside down? Hee hee. Love it. Gnosis. All right. So the self as gnosis. It's all about the circle. Wow. I'm loving this. Reborn as gnosis. All right. Where are we going? The pilgrim, the realm of the pilgrim. The adventure, the wander, the, the free spirit, the new spiritual path. Yeah. With the empty room in our hands. Okay. Talk about reborn and the center of that Andean cross. Wow. And the why. The bardo. The liminal space. Okay. The center of the Andean cross. This is amazing. This is amazing. Wow. Let's see here. Let's see here. Pile number 3. We have gnosis, which is essentially knowledge. You know, what you've come to know, what you believe is true. That stream of knowledge, that you always have available to you. So the self as gnosis goes into the pilgrim with the empty room in hand. Okay, open mind. Open mind, infinite potential. Like, either the biggest opportunity you ever had or the biggest burden you can see, right? You either have the desire to fill the empty room or you can just really appreciate the spaciousness, right? Okay, so Gnosis again walks into the pilgrimage, the empty room in hand because of the bardo. Wow. Wow. I'm just like in the bardo right now. Hang on. Again, humanity, the medallion. You got horns honking right now, trains going by. Because of the bardo. The liminal space that is within that center of perception, within the Indian cross. The eye of the needle where gnosis lives. A whole new perspective. Wow. Okay. Let me cut some cards because this is just so wide open. Pile number 3, this is wide open. Wow. The situation. Exactly. The lovers. Choice and attraction and harmony with self and other. Wow. That angel is very reminiscent right now. This one here in the lovers is very reminiscent of sacrament of extreme unction. Okay, the self in this scenario. The Knight of Swords. Okay, looks very much like the self as gnosis with an empty room and a pilgrimage. Okay. And the foundation, please. The bardo. The gnosis. King of Swords. Knowing it was necessary. The gnosis in hand. Wow, it's like the self takes the self in hand because it's brand new. And it's like a whole new level of knowing that it's brand new and that it's all an option. Like that's inherently sparkling synchronicity, right? Wow. This is a big one. Excuse me. Alright. I feel like I'm going to shuffle. Can I have the self in the past, please? The self as gnosis in the past, prior to the sacrament of extreme unction, in regards to being the Knight of Swords right now. Just one. Wow. Self in the past. Okay, going towards it. The Pilgrim. Good. Okay. Okay. Knowing there was more. You know, that's very appropriate with the Sacrament of Extreme Unction here, with the Eight of Cups being the past. You know, it's going towards that that higher cup, that vision quest, that where you walk away from, you know, it doesn't even have to be a physical thing, but when you essentially, you know how you feel about everything else, and you know that there's more. You know, that's where the pilgrimage stems from, as well as nourishment and sparkling synchronicity, because you know, gnosis. You know that that empty room in your hand is for you because of the bardo, where we get to be reborn again. That's interesting. Okay. I told you this was an interesting energy. I'm kind of like floating in all of the possibility. Okay, so you're going towards it. You're going towards it. Gnosis for sure. All right, what's the surrounding environment, please? What is the surrounding environment here with the bardo and in the pilgrim? The surrounding environment. Okay, Nine of Pentacles. Sparkling synchronicity, gnosis, nourishment. Being reborn again, for sure. Knowing that you are absolutely valuable in the moment that you're in. I love that. You know, I really just felt like that's you seeing the beauty in humanity, the gnosis of the reason why we hold this high. Wow. I hope this is making sense. It is a hard, not hard. It's an interesting perspective. Very interesting. The self in the past, and again, this is in regards to calling all caterpillars. Okay, so it looks like this situation is definitely conducive to butterfly moment. It's like this is all like the goo in the inside. Definitely. All right, so the self in the past, please. I mean, the self in the present. Sorry. Self in the present. Okay. Looks like gnosis with an empty room in their hand. In the liminal space, literally. Or in the center of the Indian cross, yeah. Eight of Swords. Considering it. Most definitely considering it. How does the Lovers evolve? Okay. Okay, Lovers evolves with the Seven of Wands. Okay. Seven of Wands is holding their gnosis. I mean, he's got heart all over his shirt. He's like, I know who I am now. You know, that's the Lovers evolving. The Seven of Wands has that self in hand. You know, that's valor. That's awareness of their influence and using it for the highest good. You know, magnanimousness, being the highest version of yourself and knowing that that is why you're supported. You know, there's a beautiful sweet spot in that. That is why you're supported. And we have the Nine of Cups as you in the future, the self in the future, which is very cool because the Eight of Cups is where we were in the past. You found the cup. You found the cup. Nine of Cups in the future. We found the cup. Yay. There's the cup. Temperance in the center. Temperance is that reborn aspect. Absolutely gnosis in the realm of the pilgrim. Very aware of the Indian cross, how sparkling synchronicity works. Reborn. Alchemy. aware that it's in their hands, aware that it's in your hands. Okay. Three of Pentacles is the cross. This is all about collaboration and, it comes back to humanity. And securing your personal best. The Three of Pentacles with the empty room in your hand. It's like anything is possible. Once you choose yourself, you know what you have to value, to offer. And it kind of feels like this may be so, because it is somewhat perplexing in an expansive way. And because, it seems like, anybody who's watching this reading is a very unique individual. We all are, and thank God for that. But I think what the point here is that the only way we can truly interrelate, like as far as our own self-worth within humanity, is by being ourselves. If that makes sense. That's the only way we can actually be satisfied in the moment that we're in. And fully supported and nourished in every other bit of everything is to be reborn in our absolute selves. And that is the gnosis. There. Gosh, I hope that makes sense. Okay, let me see. Let me see the hope here. Thank you. Okay, so that we see this. And that we are looking into that Andean cross. The nourishment. Looking into what you do now. The empty room is in your hand. The bardo is that realm of the liminal where understanding occurs, where, forgiveness and grace and all of those, where we shape. How do you say that? Where we shape our opinions of our experiences with, not necessarily the people around us at the moment, but, that's where we carve our understanding. Wow. Okay. This is because of the bardo. Okay. Just one. Fear piece. Fear. Okay. Playing in the bardo. Playing with the bardo. Well, your number 3 fell down. She might have to lean though. 3 is a hard one to stand up. How does this 2 of Pentacles play out? Thank you. The Queen of Pentacles. Okay, good. Good. Okay, so the 2 of Pentacles is the fear. And the Queen of Pentacles is how that plays out. Ace of Pentacles on the bottom right now. The 2 of Pentacles is planning it. The Queen of Pentacles is knowing that it's true. And we do have an empty room in our hand right now. It's almost like you gotta start before you know that it's true. And this is a sacrament of extreme unction, so this is new. This is calling all caterpillars. This is new. This is you know, how do I say that? You're only going to be a pilgrim in the beginning, right? Because you're an expert once you walk that road, right? Does that make sense? Yes. The advice, the Queen of Swords. You know the truth. That you have the empty room in your hand. And you are Gnosis. This Indian cross is no joke. You have that sword for a reason. There's real value in what you have to offer. Especially showing up as temperance in the middle here. You have all the potential in the world in your hand. With the empty room as the Queen of Swords. Knight of Swords is the self. King of Swords as the foundation. Queen of Swords is advice. Very Gnosis in hand. That's beautiful. It's almost like this sparkling synchronicity and all of these big, wide archetypes. You are fantastically guided. And you are definitely being asked to see that as an absolute value. Absolute value. Did you see that? That was funny. So I just shuffled right, obviously. I have to watch it back. But, okay, so the Eight of Pentacles just popped out as the outcome. Which is beautiful. Self-mastery, right? Got it in hand. And the Ace of Pentacles, it was like, when I went to shuffle, it was like, thank you. Yeah. I hope y'all seen that. Oh, wow. Would you look at the progression of what just happened there? Gorgeous. You are super powerful. Okay. Hang on. Ace of Pentacles. Death. The Emperor. The Sun. The Hierophant. The Chariot. The Two of Cups. The King of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles. The Fool. There's your medallion. There's your Indian cross. There's your sparkling synchronicity. There's your blessing. There's your blessed and highly favored. There's your absolute rebirth. Your value to the universe is absolute. And if you didn't know it before now, you're being given. You're being given your absolute value. Your acknowledgement from the universe that you are absolutely going about something in the absolute right way. Like this calling all caterpillars, like you are something special. And I feel like I just keep saying you are special. And I feel like I don't have the right words for you. But again, let me put this here for a second and show you this medallion. This is the name of the game right here. Hold on. Right? You're very special, whoever you are. And you're really being asked to see yourself as this Gnosis. As this clearly guided, with your heart in the right place. You're being asked to choose yourself, be reborn as the new you. The realm of the pilgrim with the empty room in your hand. Because anything is possible. The universe takes very good care of you. I could see that. You're on your way. Wow. Blessed and highly flavored. Blessed and highly flavored. So, I think that's your message, powerful. Self-mastery is the key. I mean, not self-mastery is the key. It's almost like you're a constant process, especially with this empty room in hand and sparkling synchronicity. And the Andean cross is, it looks to me like you're enjoying, this expansive aspect, and you are choosing to really see the value in that, in your own particular gnosis and your driver to express that. So it was a pleasure to do a reading for you. I mean, I'm glad that we have you in the world. Thank you very much for joining me with this reading. If you haven't, please consider liking and subscribing. If not, again, thank you for being you, and hold yourself high. You're very special to the universe. It's gone above and beyond to tell you that. Again, thank you. Until the next one, peace.